Good day viewers, and you are welcome to MLT channels. Today's subject matter is mathematics and the topic of discussion is logarithm. You are welcome on board. Our first question today is simplify log 8 base 2 minus log 4 base 2. So when we have this kind of problem, how do we approach it? We are supposed to use formula method. And the formula we'll adopt here is quotient rule of logarithm that states that if we have log p base a minus log q base a is equal to log p divided by q base a. This is the formula we are supposed to adopt to solve this kind of problem. Now, a is our p, a is our q, and this base 2 is actually our a. These are a. This base 2 is our a. So substituting all these values into this equation, let's call this equation 1. If you substitute value into the equation, that implies that we have log, don't forget our p in the question is 8, that will be log 8. Then we have identified our 8 to be 2, log 8 base 2 minus log our q in this question is 4, log 4 also base 2 will now be equals to log p. Our p now is 8 divided by our q now is 4, then base, our base is 2. Then we know that if we divide 8 by 4, that will give us 2. So we have log 2 base 2. And here now we need to adopt a rule, unit rule. If you could remember in our previous class, while we were deriving quotient rule, we made mention of unit rule of logarithm. And what was unit rule of logarithm saying? The unit rule of logarithm states that if you have log x base x equal to 1, that's the unit rule of logarithm. So therefore our log 2 base 2 is equals to 1, which is our final answer for this question. Here is our final answer, 1. That's our answer. Question easily done. And also we can use another approach to simplify this question. So alternatively, or we can express these numbers. We have log eight base 2 minus log 4 base 2. We can express both 8 and 4, which is our p and q, as the power of 2. Then if you do that, that implies that we have log 8 is same thing as 2 raised to power 3. That will be log 2 raised to the power of 3 base 2 minus 4 is 2 raised to the power of 2 log 2 raised to the power of 2 base 2. Then now we apply exponential law, and exponential law of logarithm states that exponential, we have to apply exponential law now. An exponential rule states that if you have log x raised to the power of n is the same thing as n log x. So if you should apply that law now, that implies that we will have this tree here will come down because of this law. This tree will come down because look at it, log x raised to power n, the n come down at the right hand side to become the base, and these two also will also come down. So that implies that we now have 3 log 2 base 2 minus 2 log 2 base 2. So the problem is half solved now, because we know from here, from unit rule here, that log x base x is equals to 1. That implies that log 2 base 2 here will be 1, and log 2 base 2 here will also be 1. Then if that is the case, if log 2 base 2, if this turn to 1, and also log 2 base 2 here, if this also turn to 1, that implies that we have 3 minus 2, and 3 minus 2 will definitely give us 1, which is the same answer that we have got when we use the first method. So either use the first method here or use the second method, we still arrive at the same answer. I hope that is clear, class. Now let's try the second question, question 2. Question 2 states that evaluate log root 27 over log 9. In order to solve this problem, we still have to apply the quotient rule of logarithm. And the quotient rule of logarithm states that if you have log p divided by log q, that will be equal to log p minus q. So now let's identify our q and p. Our numerator is p, while our denominator is q. But in this kind of question, it may not be easy to subtract directly. So what can we do? What we can do is that we can express these numbers 27 and 9 as the product of their prime factor in index form. Then if we should do that, we have log root 27 over log 9. Then this will give us log, expressing 27 as a product of its prime factor, that will be 3 raised to power 3. So log root 3 raised to power of 3. Then let's express 9 as a product of its prime factor. That will be log 3 raised to power 2. So the next thing now is to apply this rule of index that says that square root of x equals to x raised to power half. So we apply this at the numerator, and if we should do that, this will give us log 3 raised to power 3 all raised to power half all raised to power half over log 3 raised to power 2. Now from here we need to apply the exponential rule of logarithm that says that log x raised to the power of n equal to n log x. Then if we should apply this rule now, that will make this to come down and also make these two to come down. But before we do that, we need to apply this rule of index that says x raised to the power of a or bracket b equal to x raised to power ab. So that implies that this will still give us log. If we apply that law here now at the numerator, that will give us log 3 raised to the power of 3 over 2 over log 3 raised to power 2. Then we are now safe to apply the exponential rule of logarithm. We now apply this, which is the exponential rule of logarithm, and if we apply that, that will make this 3 over 2, which is the power, to come down as the base, and that will also make this 2 also at denominator to come down as the base. Then that implies that we will have 3 over 2 log 3 over 2 log 3. Then log 3 is common both at the numerator and denominator, then we can cancel that. So log 3 cancel log 3. So we are now left with 3 over 2 divided by 2 over 1, and this will give us 3 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 2, and our final answer will be equals to 3 over 4. This is our final answer. Question easily done. Alright, I hope this is clear to everyone. Then if this is clear, now let's try the questions we have on the exercise in the next slide. So, having tried example 1 and example 2, you should be able to simplify the following exercises. Question 1. Simplify the following: log 342 base 3 minus 2 log 6 base 3. Example 2, log 27 base 3 divided by log 1 over 9 base 3. And the final question is log 8 base 2 minus log 81 base 1 over 3 over log 1 over 64 log 4. Well, 15 minutes just gone down like 15 seconds, and it's been very exciting, informative, and entertaining. If you have gained one or two things into this class, do not hesitate to join me again in the next class. I remain my humble self, Engineer Oladipo, your host and your amiable online tutor. For inquiry and bookings, you can reach out to me on 080 670 76 871, or you can visit our head office at Omega Building, opposite Gasland Nigeria Limited, Obafemi Awolowo Way, Malete, Ibadan. You can also make use of our website on www.mlttechspace.wordpress.com. Until I come your way again, bye for now.